saw the thumbnail, you read the title, you know what we're trying to do here. Let's just jump into it. The first thing we need to do is open our internet browser and go to the Unity3D.com download page, which I have in the description or it's on the screen here. I believe in you. You can find your way here. And once you get here, we have these two download options. You can either download Unity directly, or you can download Unity Hub, which acts as a platform for managing different types of Unity versions and is what I would recommend using. So go ahead and click Download Unity Hub, and you can go ahead and run this installer and go through your standard installation process. When that finishes installing, you can open it up, and this is what Unity Hub looks like. So let's talk about the project tab here. Your project list should be empty. I have projects that I've been working on. You can add an existing Unity project to the Unity Hub list here, or you can create a new one, but you won't actually be able to yet, because first you need to actually install a version of Unity, but we'll get to that in a second. We also have these Learn tabs where it offers a bunch of tutorial projects, and I would highly recommend going through some of these. They can be really informative, as well as some community options, and the big one here is the Installs tab. So again, because I use this, you'll see that there's actually many different types here in my Unity Hub, and that's because I have several versions of Unity installed. So if you're installing this for the first time, you probably don't have any, in which case you need to go up to the top right and hit Add. So you can go ahead and download the recommended release or one of the official releases. You could even pick a pre-release, such as Unity 2021.1. You'll see that the 2020 version is actually newer than the 2019, but the 2019 is a more stable build. When you see in parentheses LTS, that means long-term support. So it's typically better to use one of these as you know that they're going to be supported for a while, and that basically represents stability. And stability in a build is what you're looking for. This might seem confusing to you. You might be wondering, why would you have all these different versions? Don't you always just want the latest one? And why that is because, let's do a quick example. Let's say a couple years ago I was working on a game in Unity version 2018.1, and now with 2021 coming around the corner, I'll be around 3 years behind on all the latest updates, right? If I go ahead and just upgrade that from 2018 to 2021, I risk a lot of features becoming deprecated or things changing, and then causing myself a big headache with having to upgrade everything at once. And if you're close to releasing a project, that would be a nightmare, and has been, and there's tons of horror stories about that in the industry. So here's a good way of managing different versions which have different features for all your different projects. But anyway, enough of that. To start your own Unity project, in the Projects tab on the top right, you can select the New button, or if you have multiple versions installed, you can expand the drop-down and choose the version you want. Either way, you'll be brought with this menu, which has a couple different starter templates. You shouldn't get too strung out on picking which one though, because after you pick one and create a project, you can switch between them with just a few button clicks in the settings menu, so don't stress about it. Just pick one, give it a project name, give it a location, and press Create. Once it's finally done building and opened up, you should land on a page similar to this. And if this is your first time opening Unity, I recommend playing around with some of these windows. In the top right, you can expand this and play around with some of the different layout options. Or you could manually undock these windows and drag them around to fit your preference. At this point, you should just be familiarizing yourself with the names of some of these windows and what they might do, because at this point, you're ready to start building your own games. And if you're a complete beginner, whether it's from me or anyone else on the internet, I highly recommend starting with just a basic movement tutorial, as that's a great way to get introduced into the Unity workflow. And on that note, I hope this video helped you. Best of luck, and go make some games.